What's going on, ladies and gents? It is Deltre, and we're back with some more Fire Emblem 9 Maniac mode. On the last part, I finally learned that biorhythm was a thing and had a bunch of boulders dropped on my head. As a quick recap, is it just me, or did I get a ton of critical hits in the last chapter? I mean, really, it felt so terrible when I was playing through it, but looking back, yeah, I got hella lucky. Today, we're just gonna go on and do chapter 26. I don't know if this is gonna be better or worse. I'm kind of hoping that this map here can pull it back. I don't know how that's gonna go. I really don't. I might just devise some way to skip it, because... well, to be honest, that's about where I'm at, but we'll see what happens. In a valley amidst the Marhut Range, Ike and company are reunited with King Kanagus of Galia. King Tabarn of Phoenix also arrives and brings with him a disturbing tale. His words serve notice. There is no time to waste. The final showdown with Ashnard is coming. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Between the forces King Kanagus grants them before returning home, and the soldiers King Tabarn brings, the Crimean army possesses 3 times the fighting power that it did when it left Begnion. Even so, the Dayan forces encamped in the capital are strong, rested, and comparable in number. In addition, the road to the final confrontation is blockaded by 4 2 formidable obstacles: Fort Pinel and Nado's Castle. How these two tests are faced will mightily affect the course of the war. Ominous. Okay. I just don't know how this one's gonna go. I'm a little bit nervous, to say the least. I can only imagine that there'll be about 100,000 enemies to face. And that's no exaggeration. Okay, maybe it's a slight exaggeration, but not by much. Oh, you know, I guess Ashnard does get more screen time in the endgame than I had really remembered. So that's nice, I guess. I see, so Crimea and Galia have finally joined forces, have they? Half-breeds and humans fighting side by side. How sweet!
In addition, it seems that the incident with the Heron Princess has brought more Phoenicians to the struggle as well.
I didn't know you had a stutter.
Yeah, shut up, it's a serious problem.
Oh, the Hawk King is getting involved, eh?
Which means that the Crimean army's strength of arms is all but equal to our own, and growing daily. Of course, this pathetic, ragged band is still no match for our superior leadership and skill.
And also that blessed armor that makes us immune to damage. Things are getting interesting, are they not? But I am still unsatisfied. Divide our army into 2 battalions, and send 1 to meet the Crimeans.
And who will be in charge of that battalion?
Bertram.
Bertram?
Does that bother you? Well then, perhaps I should leave it to you and see what happens.
Do you believe I would betray you?
I believe your heart has considered it.
Surely you jest. I will divide our forces and see that they march to meet Crimea under Bertram's command. Is this satisfactory?
I leave it to you, good Sir Knight. You can just sense the tension here.
One other thing, Your Majesty. In my absence, did you order the death of Ina?
Ina. Oh yes, her. I'd forgotten about that one. I lost all interest in her when she failed to hold Dayan's capital, you know. I've no use for failures. Yes, I remember it now. I ordered General Petrine to take care of her. Ha! Another failure under my command. I told Petrine that if the task was beyond her, capturing Ina would be enough.
I see.
Why do you ask?
According to one of General Petrine's men, they have indeed captured Ina. But with the General's death, they're unsure what to do with her.
That was one of Petrine's better qualities. She always did follow orders. Well, what do you intend to do?
I wish to receive your instructions. Do you still wish to see her killed, or have you changed your mind?
Do as you will, I care not. However, do not bring her into my presence. When that one is near, Rajion seems to grow restless. I wonder why.
As you wish.
Everyone seems to be here. Go ahead, Soren. You can begin now. Very well. Ooh, battle plans with Soren. Okay. Please look at this map. The current position is our army. The current position of our army is here in the Marhad mountain range. Between us and the capital, there are 2 large outposts of enemy troops. Fort Pinel and Nados Castle. Okay. Both holds were built to guardian our fair land. But now Dayan rules them both, and knows of us. With rations set, they could hold out a year. Say what you will of Dayan and her foul plans. One must admire her skill in things of war. Come now, Bastion, why would you praise our foe? I do but speak the mean of it, good sir. The truth is harsh, but lies would be worse still. At least Bastion keeps it real, man. Will you two please shut up? Sheesh. You see what I put up with, people? Pinel and Nados are fairly close to one another. I doubt they would expect us to attack both at once, but that seems to be a waste of our strength, and we don't want to get ambushed from the rear while attacking. We cannot divide our army, but we could send a small force to attack the base with weaker defenses and keep it occupied. At the same time, the main army can focus on the other one and conquer it. Seems like a good enough tactic to me. I see, so which one has more soldiers? That would be Fort Pinel. Very well, then the main army will lead an assault on Fort Pinel. Meanwhile, I'll take my army and a unit or so of Galians and set out for Castle Nados. We'll launch an attack, and when they come... My god. We'll launch an attack, and when they come out to meet us, we'll retreat. Then we'll attack again, and we'll keep them busy. That should give us the time we need. We'll take care of our front by day's end. Let's go capture us a fort. It's settled then. Alright. See, we're just getting down to business. Getting right down to business. Yes, Soren, we know. Marcia is the goat. God, Soren. This will make sense a year from now when I'm done with Radiant Dawn. Maybe not a year. Maybe not a year. Probably not a year. But this will make sense, trust me. So we're gonna make that. Because I'm gonna need something to kill the boss. I think I've got just the weapon. I mean, this one seems like a no-brainer, right? Only 12 points needed. Alright, Storm, let's see it. I gave him the mage band, so that hopefully that'll happen. Honestly, I'm just worried about his magic at this point. His speed, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter nearly as much as it might have at an earlier point. And I think we can give a level up to Astrid. Yeah, let's give a level up to Astrid. Why not? Maybe she'll get speed this time. Who knows? She's only got an 85% chance. Hey, boy, strength, skill, speed, luck. Hey, that's a good one. I will take that. I will take that. Can you believe it? She should have like 24, 25 speed from all the Night Ward level up she's gotten, but no. Come on, Astrid, get it together. Oh, man. Something in my chest, man. I don't know if that ever happens, but it's like, I'm not sick, but it's just enough to throw off everything that I'm doing here. So I apologize if that's, if I sound a little bit different. Nothing I can really do about that. Wow, Bastion and Volk already got another support. Let's do it. Back already. A little bird landed on my shoulder and whispered some very juicy information in my ear. Most of it matches perfectly with what I've heard Ike tell the princess. Yes, the information I'm not sharing with you is most interesting indeed. Delectable even. Why do I feel like Bastion is just BSing right here? There's no way. You never could resist a tasty morsel of gossip. We all our habits have. In any case, my doubts about you and Commander Ike have been put to rest. Or maybe not. How kind of you. That's all I need to say. I just thought I'd ease your concerns. Consider it a professional courtesy. Bastion. Yes? Yes? You're well suited to sulking behind the scenes and playing the puppeteer. Have you considered a change in employer? My allegiance is with the Crimean royal family. I'm sure you understand. Suit yourself. So that's very interesting. So we learned a little bit more about Bastion. Something I didn't even know, really. So he's very I don't want to say conniving because that has sort of a negative attachment to it, right? But it almost is in a way, right? So it seems that he's very, very good at this whole information gathering thing. Like, perhaps almost on the level of... Well, Volk seemed to be implying that he might even be on the same level as he himself, you know what I mean? Just as a collector of information, or just one who sort of manipulates things behind the scenes. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Now I kind of hope that I can get the ace aboard. I think it's time for infos. General, may I have a moment of your time? Yes, what is it? I'd like your advice on something, sir. Let's say I was faced with an undefeatable enemy. You know, just saying. In that case, what should I do as the weaker fighter? Should I try to avoid slowing down? Are there better fighters in retreat? Or do I sacrifice myself and try to at least land a single blow on the opponent? If it's an enemy general or just someone that's far too strong for you, there's no need to get yourself killed. But I don't want you to simply run away either. Study the enemy first and see if retreating is your only option. I'd like you to do that much at least. To study the enemy? Oh, I was no good at tests, sir. What type of fighter is he? What kind of weapon is he using? Things like that, stupid. If you can learn to do that, you can determine how best to engage your opponent. Oh, I get it. Those are the very core of combat fundamentals, aren't they? Oh, I'm a danged fool. It could be. I think all my troubles started because I wasn't paying enough attention to the basics. That and my terrible drinking addiction. You've given me something to think about, and some hope too. Thank you, sir. You're the smartest general ever. Huh. Well, that happened. Let's talk to Tabarn. Are you leaving now? Yep. We're gonna go do some reconnaissance and tease those day-ins a bit. Good luck. Ha, you don't need luck when you're as tough as me. Tabarn, about... Racing, no. I'm truly sorry. Leanne's kidnapping is completely my fault. It's not your fault. Please don't apologize. I know Leanne is alive. Trust me, she is way tougher than you guys seem to realize. These battlefields are filled with chaotic energy, but I can still sense her. It's faint, but I know it's Leanne. Which is all the more reason for us to hurry. There may be other ways to finish this, but crushing Dayin is the surest. Agreed. Racing, is this mysterious power that you use to sense Leanne something that only Herons possess? It's not something that any of the Hawk clans have. That is a certainty. That's not true, Tabarn. The power may differ in potency between us, but all Lagoos possess it to some degree. Ah, so it's just that my sense isn't developed, is that it? What are you trying to say, Racing? The power is distributed something like this. Among the bird tribes, it's very strong in the Heron clan. Among the beast tribes, I've heard it's mostly developed in the Cat clan, though not as strongly as in the Herons. As for the dragon tribes, it said they may be equal to or even surpass the strength of the Herons. Even though I knew that all Lagoos were not alike, there are even more differences than I'd imagined. Your eyes should have told you that. Once we change, we don't look alike, do we? All you Lagoos look the same! Come on, Ike. Get with the times. Enough pleasantries. It's time for me and my men to take wing. Right, see you later then. Tabarn, may the fortunes of war be with you. And you as well. Don't try anything too dangerous. I'm pretty sure Tabarn can accomplish this mission all by himself. Racing? My apologies, Ike. I thought I knew this was coming. It's still difficult. Or though I knew this was coming, it was still difficult. Don't apologize. You've nothing left to prove to me. So I like that. We get a little bit more information on the Lagoos. I like how it really seems to me that the Lagoos tend to be a little bit more fleshed out than some of the other shapeshifters in other titles. I guess the Maniacettis notwithstanding, but Maniacettis have like how many games worth of backstory? So for just one game, we're learning an awful lot about these like different races and different ways of life that they possess. It's pretty cool. And their abilities and whatnot. No, I think I'm good. I think I am good. My Lord Ike. Princess Elincia. Huh? What is that you're wearing? Ike, where are your eyes? What's going on? Why are you dressed like that? I thought to join you on the battle lines. Is that a Pegasus? Where did you get that? Oh, I've had it.
He belonged to my great-grandmother. I'm a bit nervous about riding him, but I'm gonna try nevertheless.
No, that didn't really answer my question. I appreciate your desire, but your retainers will never allow it. Will they?
As for that,
did you agree to this, Joffrey? No, personally, I'm against it, but she is the princess, and it is her wish. I can do nothing. Ugh. So get this. Well, no, I'll save it. I'll save it.
the princess's great-grandmother was a Begnion Pegasus Knight of some renown before marrying into House Crimea. Princess Elincia herself was skilled at both riding and swordsmanship. As a child, she was granted permission to train in case the need for her to fight ever arose.
Behold, the Pegasus in uniform. All treasures of our House Crimea fair. Now, okay, so that was explained. So the Pegasus came from here, essentially. Okay. I'm on board, I guess, but... We did fear much that we would never see a chance to use them again. Wait, what? We did fear much that we would never see a chance to use them in their proper stead. Oh, Muse of Fire, I cannot find the words. Behold a light that dares to shame the sun. Our princess clad in raiments and fire... Our princess clad in raiments fair and fine gives courage, love, and vigor to our cause. I'm surprised that you were able to hide armor and a flying horse from the Daean army. Ahem. Prince Renning foresaw a time when the princess would need them, and bade us convey them from the palace. Prince Renning's thoughts were always on the princess, even as his life abandoned him. Be true to your heart, and live life as it dictates. Those were his final words to her.
My lord uncle was always the one person who understood me best. Even though I'm dressed like this, I have no experience and did not expect to fight as well as the rest of you. But this constant waiting behind and doing nothing, it sets my heart beating with such unease I fear it may burst. And it only took me 25 chapters to come to this conclusion! Even if I cannot fight, I could use a staff to heal the wounded. If I could save even just one soldier, it would mean so much to me. Please, my lord Ike, I promise to obey orders and stay out of harm's way as best I can.
Lord Ike, we will take responsibility and guard of the princess.
It is her heartfelt wish.
This is not something I can allow or disallow. She is my employer. If this is what the princess wants, all I can do is comply. Be careful, will you?
Oh, thank you so much.
Let us go forth like sunlight to the dawn. Elincia fights and Crimea wins the day. Well said, Bastion, I think. That's a fair amount of units.
Ike, there are more enemy soldiers than we expected.
Well, there's a lot, but I wouldn't say it's more than I expected, Titania.
Just from what I can see, they are now double our numbers.
I guess we'll see. And we must assume that the fort houses many, many more troops. This may prove to be a long battle. Even if they have 20 times our numbers, we must overcome them. In this war, there can be no retreat. Hey! So check it. Princess Elincia finally joins us. 25 chapters later. Well, to be fair, she didn't even show up until chapter 4. So this would be 22 chapters later. She is level 1, a Princess Crimea. I guess. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me pull up her gross. Alright, so Elincia. Oh, Elincia. If only you showed up like 10 chapters ago. Not even 10 chapters ago. If she would have joined at someplace logical, like, oh, I don't know, chapter 18 or something like that. Yeah, she'd be really, really kick ass, you know? And it would make sense, you know, we just got the support of Begnion. She could borrow a Pegasus Knight and get off her ass and do something. God damn it, Elincia, I love you, but why? Why are you doing this to me? Her growth rates are 60% HP, 30% strength, 80% magic, 45 skill, 40 speed, 60 luck, 25 defense, 35 resistance. Oh, Elincia, you could have been so good, man. You could have been so good. You can see there she has a whopping 18 attack power, so she's really not meant to be a combat unit. She has stabs, as you can see, and what you might not expect, she comes with A. She has an auto A in stabs. I keep thinking you can go down to select those, but no. But she has auto A in stabs, which is awesome. Her base magic is not that great. But if you were to, for example, save the spirit dust that you could collect throughout the game and use them on her, she would automatically have some pretty decent physical and rescue range. And she can use both right off the bat. She has renewal as a skill, which I think is 10-20% HP. I'm not sure entirely how it works in this game. But it's basically like regen from Final Fantasy or whatever have you. You just get a little bit of HP every turn. So that's pretty neat. And she also has the personal weapon Amity, which is an unbreakable brave sword. It's an unbreakable brave sword, boys. That's so ridiculous. She actually loses speed from it, from her modest base 18 speed. So she can't really afford too much. On lower difficulties, she's perfectly usable. I would say she's in fact still perfectly usable here just because auto aim stabs, 9 movement, hello, mounted, hello. Where was this all along? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know, game. Where was Elincia 10 chapters ago? Just explain that to me. Just explain that to me. She hasn't done anything this entire game. I love Elincia, but like, why? Why? This just seems like a cruel joke played by the developers. But enough of that. We have 19, a whopping 19 units we can bring along, so I need to really think about that. In fact, I can basically just bring everybody that was requested, which is nice. Except for Magalov. No space for Magalov. Bummer. Apologies to the guy that did request Magalov. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like Magalov. I don't like him. It's nothing personal. It's absolutely nothing personal. I just really don't like him. So it turns out that I haven't been recording. See, that's really funny, but, you know, it's not, so, you know. These two guys will never see what happened to me on the first run, so I guess take solace in that. General Bertram, the Crimean army has risen to the bait. Orders, sir. Your orders, sir. General, how will she make answer? How shall we make answer? Turn the ground soft with blood. Make a graveyard of this place. Bury them all. Yes, sir. Freaks me the fuck out, man. Soren, do you have any information on the enemy general? Our intelligence reports say the commander of this army is Bertram, one of Dayan's 4 riders. One of the 4 riders? So he's on par with that woman we fought earlier, General Bertram. That's not necessarily so. The name 4 riders is given to the 4 persons of highest ability among the king's advisors. So the members can change, is that it? Who are the current 4 riders? First, there was General Bertram, whom we defeated at Raven Bridge. Then the man we face today, General Bertram. Next is General Bryce, who served the previous king. And finally, the enigmatic general known as the Black Knight. Those are the 4. This is the same Black Knight who murdered Commander Grail. Of that, there appears to be little doubt. My bad. Tell us, Soren, do you have any more information on General Bertram? I know not where he hails from. He appeared after the fall of Crimea and has quickly gained Ashnard's favor. So he's a man of no mean ability. Like the Black Knight, he always wears his armor and never shows his face unhelmed. Some say he's not even in his armor, but then it's inhabited by an ancient specter or demonic creature. Soren, that sounds like bullshit. I know, that's what I said. It's all just superstition and rumor, designed to heighten the fear of the man. It's not important. Once we cross swords, we'll know the truth. I like Ike. Right to the point, man. Then we can discover for ourselves if he's just a loudmouth braggart or truly a monster. As long as our blades can wound him, I care not either way. Let's go. Yeah, thank God the Black Knight didn't give him blessed armor, right? Otherwise, we would be screwed.
One eternity later.
Alright, we're back. Let's get this done, eh? I think we're gonna go with the long way. I tried to find some kind of way to skip past this map, and honestly, if I were to have used Racing, I probably could do it, but I'd feel kind of dirty doing that. Nobody actually requested Racing, so feels a little bit cheap if I were to do that, not gonna lie, although to be honest, after my last attempts, I don't know if I would really care. I'll be honest, I don't know if I would really care about using Racing at this point. But I think we can do this without breaking from characters that have been requested and whatnot. And I think we can do this without having some sort of brain aneurysm as well, which is always nice. It's always nice. I'm going to repair the Vegati because I need that. Well, I don't know if I need it, but I want to have it because I like nice things, you know? So let's go ahead and get that back to full. Stefan's going to be making some use of that on this map for sure. In fact, he's going to start using it right now. Yes! That's exactly what I needed to see. That is exactly what I needed to see. Ah, ain't God good, guys. So I'm still gonna do basically everything that I did on the first try. I don't... Well, no, I guess I can't say that. I didn't show what I did on the first try. So I gotta kill that guy because he is a Siege Tome user. Now, I've killed 2 enemies. And I know that last thing where I got salty as hell is what up by now. So, just so that we're clear, I was not exaggerating. There are actually 68 enemies on this map. 68 enemies on this map. I know in the beginning they were saying, oh, their numbers are twice ours. No. No. They're almost 4 times the numbers that we have. Although we do have 19 units. So you gotta take that into consideration, but I guess I should just talk about this. What pissed me off about this map wasn't necessarily that it's the worst map so far, okay? It's actually not. It's not the worst map so far. What pissed me off about this map, more than anything else, was that this map could have been amazing. This could have been fucking sweet, dude. This could have been the best map in the game, in my opinion. But it's not. It's definitely not. But it could have been so very good. It begins. It begins. I guess I should have waited to move Elincia. This map could have been so great, though. You gotta figure this is like one of the most epic points in the entire storyline. This is basically an all-out brawl, right? You got 70 units you gotta cut through on your way to the throne. You just know there's reinforcements, and spoiler alert, there are. There are plenty of reinforcements along the way. As many enemies as there are, I mean, you have some chance to defend yourself before you're completely screwed. But no, what makes it so annoying to me, and something that I mentioned, is all the 2 range. I went through and counted, right? So how many enemies would you guess on average that have 1 to 2 range on this map? It's in the ballpark of 30. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on every enemy with 2 range real quick just to show you. Not counting the boss. Not counting the boss. Every enemy with 2 range. Okay, here we go. This guy, this guy, this guy. These 3. This guy. The snipers, obviously. We'll count the Siege Tome, sure. Count the Siege Tome. These 4. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. All of these guys. This guy. 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 And this guy. So we have about 30 enemies that I will never kill on enemy phase. About 30 enemies right off the bat that you will never, ever kill on enemy phase. Do you think that's enough? You know, snipers is one thing, mages is one thing, but why does every physical enemy have 1 to 2 range? And what's stupid about it is it's sort of like the ROM hack trap, right? They have more weapons that they could be using. Like, this guy has a steel lance and a short spear. Why does he have the steel lance at all? He will never, ever use it. The only situation where the steel lance is ever seeing use is if, for whatever reason, that 1 additional point of damage is going to make the difference between killing one of your characters or not. That is the only time, the one and only time, that they will ever switch to the steel lance over the short spear. So why bother having the short spear? You know, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I moved Mitch right into... Okay, I gotta restart. That's 100% my fault. That's 100% my fault. That was not part of the plan. Okay, there we go. Actually, yeah, I would have lost immediately by having this in range. I don't know if I would have lost, but it wasn't part of the plan. I didn't really want to do that, so yeah, I just figured restart early on when it doesn't really affect too much. So what I was getting at though is that this map could have been amazing. This map could have been easily one of the best maps in the game, as far as I'm concerned. And just because they made some really boneheaded decisions about it, you know, it's incredibly disappointing. It's incredibly disappointing, and that's what really set this one over for me. Because it just simply did not have to be like this. This could have been one of the greatest experiences in the entire game, in my opinion. Because I really like tactical thinking. I really like that sort of the sort of gameplay that a map like this could promote. But what ends up happening is just the exact opposite, the polar opposite. And it's, oh man. Because I like tactics, right? I like tactical games. Fire Emblem itself is a strategy game, as I'm pretty sure everybody watching this would know. But that doesn't mean you have to completely forego tactical thinking too. I'm talking about that stuff that's 100% down to your positioning, what kind of skills you can use where and when, right? Not necessarily how you go about something, because the goal here is pretty simple. Kill the enemies, right? Look at a game like Final Fantasy Tactics, okay? Every single map in that game is kill the enemies, right? And for some reason, I don't see people complaining about route maps in that game. I don't see people complaining about kill the enemy missions in that game. Why? Because the tactical gameplay is good. Pretty simple, right? I don't know if I really want Oscar to do that or not, but we're already in. He's not going to get hit regardless. So I don't necessarily think that a Fire Emblem game needs to have like balls to the wall strategy 24/7 in order to make a good map. I don't think that's the case. But this map completely defeats itself by putting 2 range every single opportunity it gets. Because you can't really position yourself around that. You can't really maneuver around that. Because you're not getting damage on these goons. And that's the big issue. You're not getting damage on these goons if you can't actually hit them, right? And the 2 range options in this game, or the 1 to 2 range options, I should say, are so bad on Maniac mode. They are so bad. It's like the Power Glove, man. It's so bad. It's completely unthinkable how bad some of these options actually are. If you're not able to reliably deal good damage. You saw me use a short axe there, and this guy still has 20 HP. It's like, what's going on with that? You can't really do much better than that. Even if I had a forged hand axe, he would still be hanging on by a very respectable margin. And on a map like this, especially where there are healers everywhere, he's just going to run off and get healed. So, if you're not able to either inflict a great deal of damage to every enemy in the area, or outright kill every enemy in the area, you're not actually making progress. You're not actually making progress. And that's just going to make your life way more difficult. That's just going to make life so much more difficult. I kind of screwed up. I did not want Kieran to actually be in range there. I'm trying to rant, and I'm also trying to keep it at a level more reasonable. But I'm also trying to play the game, so you're going to have to forgive me. And Bastion can move here. You see, something like this, what I'm doing right here, I feel is pretty tactical. It's not necessarily strategic. I'm still trying to kill the enemies. But the way I have to go about it requires that I'm paying utmost attention to the way that I move, who I'm moving where, and what items I'm going to equip, who I'm engaging on the enemy turn, that kind of thing. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. What sets it over, though, is the combination of all the issues this game has had so far, in addition to now they all have 2 range, which was already an issue in and of itself. They did that a lot, to the point that I believe I've said this already, but it kind of feels like a fan game or a ROM hack. You know, it doesn't feel like somebody who's experienced with this kind of work could have come to the conclusion that this was a great idea. Or somebody who really understands how the game is played could have come to the conclusion that this is a good idea. You know what I mean? By the way, nice Marcia. She really, she clutched that out. It's a big issue when all of those paladins survive. It's a big issue when all those paladins survive. But it's just so disappointing to me. More than actually angering, this map is just disappointing. Because it could have been so good, man. It could have been so good. It's kind of hard to describe that if you don't really, like, if you don't have experience with tactics games, or if you don't really, if they're not really your cup of tea, I guess. But even for fans, like, of this series in specific, right? Even if fans of Fire Emblem particularly, you guys do have a pretty good example of a tactics game, right? Fire Emblem Shadows of Elincia. That game is 95% tactics. It has I don't want to say very little to do with strategy, but it has much less to do with strategy than some other entries in the series, and I think that's okay, because the game itself still plays in a rewarding way. It's rewarding to play it, and instead of strategy being the main determinant in whether you win or lose, it's your tactics, right? So I think that if you don't really understand what I'm trying to say, then I would say, think about that game, right? Think about how you would play that game. And I think that a map like this, now I guess that's not really fair, because Echoes didn't exist for many, many years after this game. It didn't exist until many years after this game. But if they would have designed the map closer to something like that, where, you know, there's strategy for sure, but the main thing is where you move your units, how you move your units, etc., and how you deal with the combat situations, then I think this map would have been a lot better for that. This map could have been so much better for that. And even now, I have to admit that what I'm doing right here is still sort of in the ballpark of what I was describing there, but again, the problem is I'm so limited in how I can do it because the 1 to 2 range is everywhere. It's actually just everywhere. Oh, Stefan, no, not like this. Not like this. Oh, please don't kill Stefan. Okay, good, good, good. That's another thing. So, you guys didn't see the attempts that I was playing this basically how I am right now. Although I will say that what I'm doing this time is a better way of going about things. I didn't do it exactly like this last time. And I'm definitely better off here than I was on previous attempts. I lost my train of thought. I honestly did. That happens sometimes, sorry. Right. What I was gonna say is that there's also still that annoying little bit of luck factor to this whole thing, right? It's not just how I play the game, really. That's annoying, but that's something that's by far... It's not exclusive to this game. It's not exclusive to this game in particular, you know what I mean? So I can't really fault this map too much for something like that. Although it's certainly frustrating. Can I kill this Siege Tome guy? I probably can. Oh, yes, I can. Titania can do it with ease. Titania can do it with ease. Do I want to start picking off some of these annoying-ass 2-range guys? Yeah, I do. I really do. And right here is where things get a little bit silly because these paladins really make everything so much worse. They make everything so much worse, man. I have to heal Stefan. But I also have to heal Marcia, don't I? Yeah, I do. Gotta move Nephany. Got to move Nephany. Do I? I don't know. I definitely want to kill this asshole, though. And I probably should have given Titania some kind of hand axe, I suppose. Yeah, I should have given her a hand axe. To go back to the luck factor thing, though, you can kind of see that there are, once more, plenty of siege weapons all about the map. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. If you didn't get enough on the last map, don't worry, they say. We got you covered, man. We got you covered. I heard you like siege tomes. So here you go. Now, can I kill this guy somehow? I can kill him with Ike, I suppose. Well, Ike and Oscar. Ike and Oscar can do it. Ike and Oscar can certainly do it. These guys down here are actually kind of weakened. So if I can somehow bait them in a way that's not going to get me murdered. Oh, maybe Boyd. Maybe Boyd. Yeah, I do want Nephany out of here. I want Nephany out of there. And I'm really debating just dropping a meteor with Tormod. It's really tempting, to say the least. Astrid should be able to take this guy out. Yes, she can. Man, if she would have got speed... and this isn't something me on the game about, because I just kind of got unlucky with that. But if she would have got speed, she would have been so good here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it, man? She had... Okay. I can't assume that everybody has seen every part, but when she promoted, Astrid had 20 speed. She got 1 point of speed from promotion. 8 levels later, she has 22 speed. And I don't know how many of those levels had the Night Ward equipped, but it was a pretty good number. It was a pretty decent number. How the hell? She should probably have like 26 speed, which would make her really good, actually. But right now, she's just kind of average. So thank you, game. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I want to get Tormod out of here. Is there anyone here that I can pick off? That guy must have been healed. It's the only thing that makes sense. He must have got healed. No, I can't really do this just yet. Can't really do that. Where was I going to move Void, though? Oh, yes. He's going to move there, ultimately. But first, I think I need to heal Marcia. No, it's actually looking like I can't afford to kill the Siege Tome dude to the north. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. So Mist moves there. Go ahead and take this Physic, because thank God for Elincia, right? Thank God she has really good staff range off the bat. That's really cool. I like that. So yeah, she's alright. She's decent enough. She gets the job done. Now the trick here... I guess I should be killing the bow paladins, maybe? Because again, I can't kill them on enemy phase no matter what I do. This guy's gonna run back, and this guy should, in fact, heal him as opposed to using the meteor for this turn, so I can probably use that to my advantage. I think that's the way to go. Now, unfortunately, Titania's not gonna kill anybody because, again, they have short spears on short spears on short spears. Which just makes me kind of sad, I'll be honest. Now, do I go for the kill on the Axemen? Shoot, first of all, do I even risk leaving Stefan up here? I don't know that I do, but I can kill this guy, I know that much. And that's going to take the pressure off pretty nicely. Takes the pressure off pretty nicely. That guy's a short axe. I'm not really worried about him because he's never gonna hit me. But on the other hand, I suppose... Ooh, man. It's either that guy or it's this sniper. I can't kill the sniper reliably, so I guess it's gonna be this guy. Who I also can't kill reliably, but I feel a little bit more confident in that. Unless... I mean, I can do this, but I would rather not do this. Ooh, sorry about that. Had to eat. Had to smash some food real quick. I think I was debating on whether or not I wanted to kill the sniper. And I honestly kind of do. So let's do that. Let's kill the sniper. Because bow users at this point are by far the most annoying part of this whole experience. So let's do that. And we're going to continue killing the bow users. We're going to take out this paladin. Because again, retaliating on them is just not feasible. Let's move like right there. And then with our boy Asuka, we'll take this one out. Nice. So he goes down. Is there a way that I can get Oscar the Brave Lance? Jill needed it the first turn. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's think carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. So right there. Right there is a good spot for Oscar. We're going to give him the Brave Lancer. We're going to take... God knows what. The Night Killer, I guess. Does it matter? I don't think it does. We're going to do that, though. So now he has a better weapon to retaliate with. Or to attack with, I guess. Would be a better way of putting that. We can rescue Bastion out of the way. Because I don't want him to die. Very, very riveting stuff. And with Khalil, we are also going to move her out of the way. Making sure that... Ooh, wait. This guy's 25 speed. Nope, Khalil can't do anything there. Unfortunately. I was thinking about having Braum draw this Swordmaster in, you know, but he has an Armor Slayer, so that would not be wise, I think. Let's see, the 35... 33. I guess I could have done that in hindsight. Speaking of, I guess that's a good enough segue into things that I could have done differently, right? Because it's not just the game. It's not just the game. There are definitely things that I'm doing that would make this a lot more painful than it really had to be. Don't get me wrong, I still think Maniac mode is not really designed the best. But there are certainly things that I could have done as a player to make this not shit. To make this not abysmal. To make it, dare I even say, fun. Okay. Okay, Marcia, we get it. We get it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She has lowest biorhythm right now, by the way. So things I could have done to make this better, more tolerable. I could have only used 10 units throughout the entire game. That would have made this a lot more tolerable. Oh, missed wipe! It would have made it a lot more tolerable because instead of having 4, maybe 5 units who can hold their own in a fight, everybody that I would have available would be able to hold their own in a fight. Which, I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? You use less units, the units that you use are more powerful. That holds true to just about every Fire Emblem game ever. Now, I gotta think about those 2 Swordmasters, and I have to think about Marcia, come on! Sorry. So, yeah, by using less units, some of the issues, not all of the issues, but some of the issues that I have would be null and void. Now, I still think it would be bad, because it would still be incredibly boring, not very strategic. It would be more boring than this, in fact. It would be a lot more boring than this, where at least I'm paying attention. At least I'm paying attention right now, I can say that much. So if you were going to play Maniac mode for yourself, I would definitely suggest just use a small core group of units. To counter that a little bit, one problem that I have with that idea is that most of those core units are already decided for you before you even start the game, because it's going to be Ike, Titania, Oscar, probably Boyd, well maybe Boyd, Soren, Reese until you get somebody else to take over, which is why I say Soren, because Soren can use stabs, obviously. So you've got those 5, then you have Marcia, who is also mandatory. You'd probably want to use Kieran, so there's 7 right there. You're going to use Tanit, so that's another one that you're going to be used automatically. Jill, so that's another one you're automatically using, and then you can maybe use 1 more wild card. And then that's your team. So most of your team is decided for you before the word go. And that's, lame? Is that the word? I think that would be the word in this case. So that's pretty lame. Other things I could have done differently to make this not a total train wreck. No, that's it. That's the only thing that I would really do differently. I would just use less units. And then instead of being frustrating, the game would just be boring. Huh. Well, I do have to deal with these Swordmasters, so that's pretty exciting. The opposite of boring, you might say. Do I want to go for the crit cheese, or do I want to go for the surefire damage? I need to deal 42 to this guy, 39 to that guy. Dealing with the feral one is going to be annoying, yes, but not impossible. Or is it? Or is it impossible? Why didn't I bring the Laguz bow, man? Oh, I think we go for the 21. I think we go for the 21. Come on, Astrid. Yes, so he's down. There's 1 down. Can I get Jill over there to do it? I don't think Jill can kill him, though, right? Oh, she can. Neat. So I think I do this. Well, I know I do that, because that's the best move by far. So Jill kills that guy. We're good. And then the second Swordmaster should also go down in a similar fashion. That was a good level up. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Jill, my girl. Now I think Oscar can kill this guy now that I gave him the Brave Lance. No, he cannot. Everything just sucks. Everything about this sucks. Why? Why's it gotta be like that, man? Can Stefan? No, these guys are so tanky. So I think we crit this guy out of my way. Oh, we're just gonna Astra. Which is worse, of course, because it uses more of the Vague Cutting. But I think I got 2 crits in a row, so we actually don't burn too many uses there. So that's good. That's good. And that's great. That's great. He already has max strength, so we can't do anything with that, really. So it's basically all I can ask for at this point. Now. I can't kill him. Alright, let's think very, very carefully about how I'm going to finish this round. These guys do not have short spears. They do not have short spears. So that's great. That's amazing. That's 22. Is Meteor enough? I don't think it will be. 22 plus... Oh, it is! Oh, could it be? Tormod is coming back. Of course he can miss. He could miss, which would suck. He won't miss, though. Khalil's gonna level up. Speed and magic. Speed, that's fine. I will take it. And we can blow this guy away, hopefully. Come on! Woohoo! Nice! Nice, nice, nice! Yeah, I'll take that level up. Thank you very much. Who said Tormod was done? That's all I want to know. Oh, now he gets speed. Thank you, Tormod. There goes the meteor, though, unfortunately. Now, this one didn't have the Armor Slayer, so I'm a little bit more comfortable using Braum, who can actually deal a nasty hit there. This guy's a Laguz bow. We are playing it a little bit close to the chest here, though, because if I miss an untimely attack, it's going to get really bad. So there's 16, potentially. 21, not enough. 16 plus... Oh, wait, but Sword. Sword is stronger. But he's also so much less accurate. And he may even get doubled and die. 15, 19, of course. Although I will still have people at the ready to get him out of harm's way, I suppose. So if this goes wrong, no, that may not be smart. That may not be smart. I really just got to think about this guy. Well, no, I should take out this part of the map first. This part of the map is more dangerous. Oh, jeez, and I also need to think about this guy. Oh, bummer. So, whoever kills this mercenary has to be able to take a Blizzard as well as a Laguz bow. The Laguz bow has 27 power. This one has 31 magic. Ah. Well, that got a little bit trickier now, didn't it? I think if I just kill him, though, I can use rescues, right? So the Laguz Lance versus the Steel Lance. Laguz Lance is a little bit more accurate, a little bit stronger. So I'm going to use the Laguz Lance to do this. And we hit, which is great. And I think Bastion actually kills him now. That was a crit? You call that a hit. You call that damage. And now Bastion can finish him off. Nice! Okay. Oh, he even gets a level up. Sweet. Strength, speed. Okay, thanks, bud. Appreciate it, bud. Well done, bud. Neff actually does some work there, but my concern then would be... Where can this guy reach? Because he's gonna survive. There's no doubt. He's gonna survive. Okay, let's heal Marcia. We're gonna hope for the best here, I think. Dang, she even gets a good amount of BXP. I think we're going to hope for an adept. Oh, man. Actually, thinking about it, I don't really need to get an adept, do I? Thinking about it, I really don't. I just need Oscar to kill him. As long as Oscar gets the kill, we're fine. And with the Brave Lance, we have a good opportunity. Marcia's just about done over there. This is smarter. Yeah. There we go. Sweet. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Then move back there so that Elincia doesn't die. We kind of have to Laguzax now. We kind of have to use the Laguzax now. Which is no problem. No problem whatsoever. And Boyd can take a steel bow shot. He doesn't even get doubled, so he's completely safe. For now. For now, he's completely safe. And I'm going to send Titania down here in this direction. Yeah, let's take out this guy. And move her in the direction of that Blizzard Tome. Yes, I do think that this will be the best way to go about it. Because these guys have no choice but to get themselves killed, essentially. Yes, because they can only attack at one range. So we are making progress. We are officially making progress. Just gotta think about this guy real quick. I gotta get Braum out of there. I gotta get Braum out of there. She doesn't have to get into range. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Khalil with her 20 resistance. 18. 11. So she lives. So Khalil lives. I don't have to rescue Khalil at all. I just have to rescue Braum. $27. 11. Times 2 is a dead Kieran. Oh, my Lanta. It never ends, folks. Okay, can I shove Boyd? Probably. Oh, I can. Volt can shove Boyd. Which doesn't help me at all. Why am I excited about that? Oh, Boyd's not even in range of anything. Wait, wait, wait. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he most certainly is. There's a solution here. There's a solution here. I don't know where it is yet, but I will find it. Okay, heal Boyd with Soren, rescue Braum with Mist. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I unequipped the L Thunder so that I don't lose the speed. And then, I heal Boyd. I can get Braum out of here as well. Drop his ass off. And we're safe. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. We're good. We're good to go. For another round. Yeah, they're not even going to bother. Nice. They're all going after Oscar. Woohoo! We might be able to do this. Yeah, boys. Okay, well, Titania. You know what? No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take it. But this, however, is about the point where reinforcements start showing up, right? I mean, it's been 4 turns, and there was only 68 enemies to begin with, so surely by now they've realized that their numbers were a little bit lacking. Oh, that's so depressing. Crit? Ugh. Maybe I should have brought a hammer or something. I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would matter all that much, if at all. I can still free Titania, which is what matters. If I can free Titania, then she can kill the guy, the dude, the sage. Yeah, with Blizzard. Which is about where I'm at right now. I just need him to die, honestly. Assuming he moves into range, of course, which he should. Oh, no, I can't because... Oh, my God. When does it stop? Like, this situation right there should never happen. Because there shouldn't be that much 1 to 2 range, honestly. That should just never happen. And even if I had a forged hand axe or the like, it would not make a difference because they're all much too tanky to actually kill with that kind of weaponry. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I could I could rescue Titania out of there and have her kill the sage that way, which would be funny if nothing else. Okay, we get it, Marcia. Your biorhythm's at its lowest. Whatever. We understand. There they are. I knew it.